life kind of feels like a horror. And who the hell is just sitting in front of me? The only game I have is Roblox. Like, I literally just deleted every single game I had yesterday. See you guys in the morning. Bye, guys. What's up, guys? We are back in the group. Let's go, little T. And I quite don't know what to do right now. Somebody just shouting ammo. Like, what the heck? Oh, about for no. The worst thing that happens if you fall down your bed. The monsters! They're gonna get me! Okay, guys, we are back in the...
What the heck?
This was my last video when I was still trying to be a YouTuber. You know, getting some little views, you know, like, I don't know, 12, 13,
what the heck?
yeah.
This is like
And
gotta
that
be
time
one of the
was
worst things I can
2024.
ever do.
I then
Let me shut that
quitted
door.
YouTubing, but then I started again in 2025. That was my last 2024 phone. It broke when I was in the mountain.
That was a mistake.
We don't need to talk about that.
Just watching the others, you know. Just playing.
Okay, yeah. And we still don't freaking have Wi-Fi. What happened to my Wi-Fi? I swear to God, what happened? If I don't see anything on my Wi-Fi, I am gonna crash out and play. I am. Guys, can you please hit... I don't know what to say. I was literally paused the freaking whole time. Like, almost the whole time. I didn't even know that I was paused. Bougie Martin. Okay. Should you watch some YouTube videos? Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing I can. Whoa. If it isn't my fellow friend, Preston. I've been rifles with this guy for a very long time. But he hasn't even know. Okay. Now, the dark truth about 99 Nights in the Forest. This is the only video I actually like about it. Let's start.
Forest is probably one of the most terrifying games on Roblox. But what exactly is that story? Are the kids that you rescue in the game actually real missing children? Who or what is the mysterious deer man? And is there more to this story than the game is actually revealing to us? I believe I found every secret to this game, starting with, is the game based on a true story that actually happened in real life? And you know that as soon as you load in, the game tells you that it's based on a true story right here at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I might check that out if the Wi-Fi might come. That's actually true. It does tell you that it's based on a true story. How true is that? I might search that up, do some research and all. You know, I actually thought it wasn't a true story for one time. But I might do some research. We'll see.
But just how true is this story? Supposedly the idea for the game came from this...
Wait. What does that say? Children rescued after 40 days in the jungle? Wait, wasn't it supposed to be 99 nights? And this, it said forest, not okay. I think this is the real life story. Or, I don't know, something. Okay, let's continue.
Real life tragedy. That turned out to have a much happier ending than most of my playthroughs because I don't always choose to rescue the kids, especially when there's updates. They were all actually brothers and sisters, siblings. And it was 40 days in a jungle, which, by the way, a jungle is so much more terrifying than a forest. Like, yeah, you've got a bear in the forest. I mean, it's just covered in, it looks like giant broccoli. How are you gonna find your way?
Known as Operación
This is
Esperanza.
crazy.
Operation Hope.
Operation
They
Hope.
searched for
The
signs.
youngest sibling was only 11 months old. not even a year old. And the oldest
Exactly
oldest
that.
sibling was 13 years old.
Together, Colombian military and
The
indigenous
military of
community
Colombia.
Wait, did I hear that right? The youngest person was 11 years old. 11. And the... Oh my gosh, let me just restart this. Okay.
Which, by the way, a jungle is so much more terrifying than a forest. Like, yeah, you've got a bear in the forest. I mean, it's just covered in, it looks like giant broccoli. How are you going to find your way?
known as Operación
This is
Esperanza.
crazy.
Operation Hope.
Operation
They
Hope.
searched for
The
signs.
youngest sibling was only 11 months old. Not even a year old. And the oldest
Exactly
oldest
that.
sibling was 13 years old.
Together,
Oh,
Colombian
11
military and
months.
The
indigenous
military of
11 months I didn't hear that. I thought 11 years old. And I was so shocked.
Colombia
took
was
to the
helping with this
skies
search.
and the
That's how
ground,
crazy this
scouring
true
the
story
rainforest,
actually
thick with
was.
underbrush.
I'm so glad. Oh, praise God that they actually found the children. Can I get an amen emoji in the comments? That's amazing. Here's the hero of the story. This is Wilson, the dog that helped find the children. Oh, and people wonder why I like dogs more than cats. It wasn't 99 nights in a forest, but 40 days in a jungle is pretty scary for anybody. And genuinely, 40 days in a jungle probably feels like 500 nights in a forest. I'm not even kidding. In real life, there was a plane crash. And then you see this also in the game, which leads us to our next secret. The secret behind the plane crash. If you needed any more
How would that be a secret? It's just a plane crash. I mean, like, yeah, the children might have been in the plane crash, but how does that count as a secret? Or how does that freaking count? It's just a plane trash or something. You just freaking get your loot from there. You just use it. Oh gosh, this is kind of, I can say.
more proof that this story is the true story, the game is based on, well, we got you. Because you can actually find the exact plane that they crash landed in. This awesome YouTuber, Alex Blocks, just so happened to stumble upon it during his playthrough. This is like identical. Look at them side by side and tell me this is not the exact same plane crash. I mean, the details are just almost the exact same. I'm really glad in real life the kids were blessed and actually found, because in the game, the kids are not nearly as lucky. I feel like nobody rescues them, or people fail trying to rescue them. The deer that's in the game is hiding so many secrets. I promise we're gonna get to that later in this video. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're actually gonna get to it right now. You think I would do that to you? Come
Nice joke. Okay, let's really stop pausing the video. You just want to see it.
on, I got you. While the kids were rescuing in the game may be based on the real people, there's certainly no way that the deer is real. But the deer, or creature, is actually based on a mythical creature from ancient folklore called the Wendigo. The Wendigo? The Wendigo. You get it. Here's the name right there. I can't even pronounce it right. Psycho Polly is going to explain this for us.
I know a lot of people like
It is
jokes
Wendigo.
about the Wendigo and stuff, but do you actually know what the Wendigo is? A Wendigo is a very evil cannibalistic
Ew.
spirit that is said to possess someone whenever they eat human flesh in order to survive. You
That
may have
does
seen them
look
depicted
just
more
like the
this
deer.
with
I'm not
antlers,
even
but
kidding.
Actually, the actual
Okay, it
looks
definitely.
more
I'm glad it doesn't look
demon
like that.
Zombie thing. And this
Wait,
is a
this
map
is
of the areas
where?
where the stories of the Wendigo
Wait a
are told.
second. The plane crash was in Colombia, and I don't think I see Colombia on this map.
Absolute apex predators and have amazing eyesight and hearing and be able
Yeah,
to
okay, it
move with
definitely has
speed
really
of
good
the
eyesight.
wind. But what's
It definitely
really
has
crazy
great
is
hearing.
the stories of historical accounts of people experiencing what many say were Wendigo. Like a European minister living with a tribe
What?
in the 1600s who wrote a letter back to his church saying that a local tribe close to him had a bunch of people eaten by the Wendigo.
As you can see, apparently this is something that people talk about in real life, which I think is crazy. If you become the Wendigo, you want to eat humans for some reason, which makes sense because the deer definitely wants to eat us. But the deer isn't the only thing that's in the woods. There's also the cultists, which is almost like the people that are following that deer, which is just weirding me out. And that's our next secret, the Wendigo cult. The major concern in 99 Nights is the cultists. They attack your base, you find them throughout the forest. They are honestly a problem. But are they just like these worshippers of the deer? Of course, we gotta go to our friend Flush for some of the answers.
All of them are actually wearing deer antlers, which, pretty much links to them.
Wait, why did I just noticed this? I never realized. I thought they were wearing just creepy masks. I just realized.
Leukosis, which is when a person begins to crave flesh. Yeah,
Okay.
this is actually a real known
So the
disorder.
Wendigo-
Some people think it's literally
the Wendigo possesses these
Turning into a
people
Wendigo, and
that turns them into
actually
cultists,
experience
and then they think they
Wendigos
also want to
They
eat
would try
humans.
to heal them, but if
Which
you're
is
careful,
crazy
there
because
would be
this is
those
not
around
real,
them. They had
but
to
also
use
kind of terrifying. I'm glad that this is just a story and not something that actually exists.
Psychosis. Yes, they worship this Wendigo creature, but also they are attacking you, the player, because they are hungry and starving for flesh. Yeah,
You know what? I used to feel bad about putting the cultists in the campfire. Now, no longer. If you also don't feel bad, please like this video because I will keep using them as fuel for my campfire. This is gonna take us to our next secret. I know it sounds crazy, but Flush is breaking it down for us again.
yeah, a lot of the cultist stuff may have actually been inspired by another game called The Forest.
Oh, I didn't even know there was another game called The Forest.
Not only that, the cannibals that lurk around there. And I know in this game, a lot of
It's
people
so
compare this
creepy.
island that the game takes place in to the
I feel
actual
kind of
real
bad.
life
I know
North
that these
Sentinel
people
Island.
are trying to eat other people, but I feel like they don't know any better.
Like to this day, they're still using spears and bow and arrows to shoot nearby helicopters and boats.
Could you imagine trying to shoot a helicopter with a bow and arrow? I feel bad for them because they don't know any better, but they're afraid because they don't realize. All you can do is really pray for them. I don't know what else to do. Stay away from that island, by the way. No, just don't go near that island. Could these people on the island be behind the missing tent? Oh, wait, what missing tent you're saying? Don't worry, I got you because that literally is our next secret. The missing tent spot. The main goal of 99 Nights in the Forest is really to save the 4 kids. Dino Kid, Squid Kid, Kraken Kid, and finally, Koala Kid. When you save one of the kids, back at your campsite, they get their own tent. But there is something odd about the placements of the tents if you look really closely. Alex Blocks is the goat because he's literally going to show us
In the
exactly
game, we
what I'm
go
talking
to a
about.
forest to save 4 missing children. In the very beginning of the game,
Everybody thinks we came here just to survive 99 nights. No, we came here to save the 4 children, not to survive the 99
we
nights.
see 4 different slides introducing us to the story
Pay
and
close
what's
attention, you're gonna
happening
see.
in this forest.
This is all about the missing tent. Because in the game, the
go
police
in
searched
trying to
and they couldn't
unravel
find
this
anything.
mystery.
And so we're the heroes of this story, going in to save those 4 kids and
Now,
try
we
to
don't
unravel
necessarily
the
know a
mysteries
timeline as
behind
to
the
when
deer
we
and the
entered the
cultists.
forest, but we do know that the deer was inside of it long before the kids were.
The theory is that there's a missing tent because there's actually a 5th child in the game that we haven't figured out how to rescue yet. Or maybe that's just how the game developer wanted the tent to be placed, but I feel like there's something more to this missing tent situation. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Do you think that there was a 5th missing child that we haven't found in the game yet? Or do you think that I'm just kind of crazy? Let me know in the comments while I'm talking about this next secret. What happened to the mother of all of the children? With the game being full of the scared children, you gotta wonder, what happened to these kids' parents? I've had this theory that what if we're actually the mom or dad of these kids and that's why we're in the forest to save them? Think about it. The police searched, couldn't find any of the children. So who else would go and do that? Sure, there could be a local hero that wants to go and save these children, or could the hero actually be the mom or dad? Let's let Alex Blocks explain.
And the reason for this is that it would explain why they were all out in the woods and why the deer is kidnapping them rather than eating them. But for the kids, for some reason, he just wants to what?
This
keep
would
them
mean
safe?
that the
Oh, this
deer
sucks.
is actually the mom. That means somehow, when they crashed in the forest, the mom turned into the Wendigo. And that's why some people think that the deer is actually the mom of the children. Which, I know it's crazy, but hear me out. The deer doesn't eat the kids. The deer takes them and puts them in prison, but it's kind of a safe area away from the cultists, the bears, and the wolves that appear in the forest. That could actually mean that we're playing as the dad in the game. Trying to save not only the kids, but also saving the mom that has been turned into the deer. Because think about it, you can't damage the deer. The only thing you can do is flash a light on the deer. That could mean that we're literally the dad who wants to figure out how to save the mom that has become the deer only after we've saved all 4 children.
Entirely possible that
This could literally be an
deer isn't
update
just
that
some
still
kind of
hasn't come
monster,
out in the
but a
game,
human
which will happen in the
into one.
future. And that's all interesting, but hold on a second, because technically the deer can't be a mother. It has antlers. That would mean it would be the father, and we're actually playing as the mother. I still don't have the answer, but I do think that the deer...
Oh, Jesus Christ, just stop your yap. I need to sleep. I need some sleep. I'll see you guys later.